A dynamic Tottenham tactic? This is one I want to check out. This one is called the DYNAMICO CDXXXII, basically in Roman numerals means 4-3-3. Not really understanding that because it's a 4-2-3-1. So why is it called 4-3-3? I don't know. However, there are some screenshots basically of the tactic itself. They are using Tottenham as the team to play as, apparently. No descriptions, no comments, no anything as a descriptor. So I don't have a clue why it's 4-2-3-1, but they're calling it a Dynamico 4-3-3. We will take a look at the tactic a little bit more in depth at the end of the video like usual, but we are going to get into our three teams of Liverpool, Aston Villa, and our championship side of Ipswich Town and how this tactic did for them in a season. So let's start with the Premier League. Well, overall, starting out fourth place for Liverpool is not great. 70 points is even worse. They're usually about 15 points above that. 85 goals though, you're second place. So attacking wise, it's not bad. Aston Villa in sixth. It's average. I mean, I guess 64 points. We have definitely seen them higher though. 74 goals, not bad there. But I think so far we're looking at an overall season that's just kind of on the average mark or a little bit lower. Liverpool's cup runs are pretty abysmal. Crystal Palace in the fourth round, 2-2 in penalty loss. And then FA Cup third round, you're out immediately against Chelsea 3-4. They do a little bit better in Europe. The Europa League quarterfinals is where they bow out against Roma. 3-2 away from home, but a 0-3 loss at Anfield. That one hurts. So overall, fourth place in the Premier League is not fantastic. You're definitely expecting better. Europa League quarters, man, that's okay, I guess. But FA Cup, Carabao Cup, absolutely awful. And unfortunately, that translates into a very big lack of green here. But as goals-wise, you can see 32 for Nunez, fantastic there. Salah with 24. And usually when these two are firing on all cylinders, you get through the roof through the table. But this time around, not so much. 17 assists for Luis Diaz. Salah with 16. I mean, Luis Diaz was 7.37, Salah with 7.31. Stats are fantastic. I guess a lot of players just really dropped off. Aston Villa's cup run didn't end very well either. Matty Cash sent off in the 4th minute. Really? Carabao Cup 4th round, 0-2 against Plymouth. And then FA Cup 4th round against Tottenham, funny enough, 1-0. But they do get to a final, the Europa Conference League final. Unfortunately, they do lose to Freiburg 3-1. So no trophies for either team so far. Premier League, Aston Villa doing okay in 6th place. We've definitely seen better. Runners up in the Conference League is not bad at all. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, again, just like Liverpool, pretty awful though. Stats wise, I mean, more green than Liverpool had, I will tell you that. 22 goals for Diaby and Watkins apiece. That's pretty nice. 11 assists for Zaniolo, and then Digne, McGinn, Ramsey, Luis, even Phil Coutinho. But Bailey all have 10 assists apiece. That's a pretty nice run. And then average rating Zaniolo with a 7.16. Data hub for Liverpool, I mean, attacking wise, pretty nice. We definitely seen higher. But as Aston Villa, they're covering most of the Premier League stats and averages, but unfortunately dribble's not there. But everything else is pretty much slightly above at least. Premier League stats, most goals, Liverpool in 2nd with 85, Aston Villa in 4th with 74. So attacking wise, it didn't do that bad of a job. Fewest shots against though, Liverpool in 5th with 316. Most possession, 5th and 6th for Aston Villa and Liverpool with 54 and 55%. Dribbles made, they weren't really there, but Liverpool do make the list in 4th with 684. Tackles, no. Best pass completion, 5th and 6th again for Liverpool and Aston Villa with 88 and 89%. And most shots for Liverpool in 2nd, Aston Villa in 7th. And there we go. Well, it may not have worked wonders for Liverpool and Aston Villa, but it definitely did for Ipswich Town. 99 points, 104 goals. Definitely well done. 2nd place. That means automatic promotion. They don't even need the playoffs. Domestic cups for Ipswich Town, they get to the FA Cup 3rd round and lose out against West Ham 2-2 at home, draw, and then a 1-3 in the round replay. So, unfortunately, out in the FA Cup, but they get to the semis of the Carabao Cup. They just get manhandled by Manchester City, as you would expect. But still, they got to the semis. They got farther than either Aston Villa or Liverpool. So overall, this was a fantastic season for Ipswich Town. 2nd place, automatically promoted to the Premier League. FA Cup, yeah, they didn't get far at all, but still, Carabao Cup, they did, and did fairly well until, well, Manchester City. And overall, I mean, they've got some green here, but goals, 17 for Chaplin, Wes Burns with 15, Hurst all the way down with 7. That's pretty crazy. Assists, not a lot there, but Leif Davis and Caden Jackson both get 12 apiece. I mean, 16 appearances plus 24, not bad. but then 11s for Connor Chaplin and Wes Burns. And then average rating, you have a 757 for Fabian Reeder, who came in during the winter, but 726 for Wes Burns. This is definitely one we've seen before. If you are playing in Ipswich Town or in the championship, take a look at him because he looks like he's pretty nice. Championship stats, though, most goals Ipswich Town in first, tied for first. Norwich in 104 there. It does include the playoffs, though, and Norwich were in the playoffs, so that added a few more goals to them. But few shots against, fourth place for Ipswich Town, 402. Most possession in third with 59%, not bad. Most dribbles made in seventh. Tackles one not there, but best pass completion, sixth place with 89%. Most shots for in second. So let us take a look at this 4-2-3-1/4-3-3. Still don't understand that, but sweeper keeper in support is where we start. Fullbacks on the left and the right in support. Central defenders in the central spots and defend. Deep lying playmaker in support on the midfield line next to a box-to-box in support. There are some individual player instructions, so definitely keep that in mind. Inside forwards on the left and the right, both in attack. An advanced playmaker in attack in the central spot, and then an advanced forward in attack up front. Balanced mentality, in possession, attacking with a standard, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, mix crosses, and work the ball in the box. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the back line, and then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press standard, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and trap inside. So overall, how did this do for our three teams? I mean, Ipswich Town in a fantastic position in the league. They did fairly well in at least the Carabao Cup, but overall, a great job by them. But Liverpool and Aston Villa, not the greatest. Liverpool in fourth place in the league is not great. They definitely should be well higher. In this league, it should have been second place easily. Aston Villa in sixth, though, not bad in the table, about average in the points, but we've definitely seen tactics that have been higher. And the Cups, yeah, not great. So it definitely worked for Ipswich Town, just not our other two teams. But definitely take a look, see what you can glean from this tactic. Maybe it could be useful to you. Maybe it could be useful to some of these lower league team or lower side teams in the table. Maybe it can pick you up a bit. But that is it for me, Sephian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.